What's up, everybody? How are y'all doing this morning? Hi, hello. Good morning, my YouTube peeps. What's happening? Hi, it's good to see y'all too. Michelle, Erica, Nation, Francis. How is everybody doing? I missed y'all. Thanks. I love the background too. Y'all see Dwight? I got him for my birthday. Hey. My favorite fan in Canada. Well, hello to you in Canada. I literally you see how I'm looking. I just walked in work. I'm about to start working on my action plan for this small business accelerator I'm in. And I thought I would stop by and see what y'all had going on. Oh, yeah, girl, I don't fake it. I can't be nobody but me. Yeah, he in the back judging. Good. Starting a new business, taking charge of your finances, and planning a big move at the end of the year. Ooh, you leaving Cali, huh? Good luck to you. I restocked mystery boxes on Saturday, baby, and they were gone in before Sunday, I think. Ooh, one of your table mates won the savings book. How was PlannerCon? I'm gonna try to make it next year. I couldn't swing it this year. How was it, Zariah? I'm actually sitting here after I finish this action plan. I'm going to work on the next savings book that'll be releasing right before summer. And I'm going to do a mystery box for that one too. It's kind of niche, so it ain't for everybody, but that's good. I'm glad it was great. I'm going to try to make it next year. I thought that was really cool. I couldn't make it, so I just donated some stuff and sent some coins because I love it when Black women get together. Y'all are just so nice. I'm so glad so many people were getting back to budgeting. So I want to start. My main reason for coming here is to get y'all's opinions. So I want to start a beginner budgeting series in May. What are some questions y'all would like me to answer? Like, I'm going to take it back all the way to basics. I'm probably just going to, one of the people who's messaged me and asked me to do their budget, I'm going to pick one of them and just literally show you how to set up their budget. But are there any other questions y'all have that you want me to answer during those? Just trying to get an idea of where everybody is missing the mark if you are, and how I can help. I do stuff for men too. The site for our men's items is daddiesandbudgets.com. It's not a huge site, but they can get something. Yes, we're going to sit down and work on those 1500s today. So I've been trying to be consistent and release the same amount every week. It's been so crazy. We haven't been able to do a huge launch like I want to, but we try to at least put some out every week. Thank you for watching, Simone. Best place, okay, or way to start investing. That's actually going to be I fell off with my financial literacy on Insta, but the investing videos will come out this week on Instagram. I'm going to literally walk you through how to set up a Roth IRA, explain the difference between the two. How do I decide how much to put in each envelope? I can answer that for you now as well. So when it comes to, I'm a visual learner, so maybe y'all are too. So these are, these are my low priority sinking funds, right? So let's see, the first one here is nieces, right? So this is for when the girls come visit, when we take a trip, when they need their hair done, whenever I do things for them, it comes out of this envelope. So when I create the budget, it's not necessarily every week I put $40 in nieces. If I know they're coming, like I know summer is coming up, so they're going to be with me more than usual. So I'll add more money to this envelope in the budget. But it varies. So that's nieces, right? So this one isn't the same. So every paycheck, nieces does not get the same amount of money. But for the ones that I'm like actively setting a goal in that I want to have full, for instance, emergency fund, I'm trying to build up my new home emergency fund, right? So emergency fund gets pretty much the same amount or a general amount. So meaning I at least put $25 in here with every check. If I can put more, I put more, but at least 25. So for car maintenance, this one is kind of one that I freestyle. So if I have extra, I'll add extra, but I try to at least put $10. Holidays, I just kind of put what I can. Christmas. So if you have a goal-based one like Christmas, hello Tracy, hi Faith. If you have a goal-based one like Christmas, so I usually only need around $1,000, $1,200 at Christmas time. We don't really do a whole lot at the moment. So $21 a week will get me to $1,000. And that's a simple calculation. The total you need divided by 52, because there's 52 weeks in a year, that'll give you the number that you need to save every week. So for me, it's $21. So that's what goes in here no matter what. If I can add extra, I can. When it comes to sinking funds, it's I know I say it all the time, but it really is personal preference. So even when it comes to what's high priority and what's low priority, that's personal, because sometimes things move out of here into here. It's not always going to be a high priority. Once these are full or they've reached the maximum amount that I would like, they're no longer a high priority. If something happens or I have to take on full care of another niece or something, nieces may move from low priority to high priority. So you have to decide those things for yourself. And as far as amounts in funds, it varies. So some people put the exact same amount in every envelope with every check. I'm not that girl. My life has been constantly evolving and changing, and I feel like I need to switch envelopes every other month. That's not true for everybody. It wasn't true for me at the beginning of my journey. I was a lot more consistent. But you have to look at your finances and your goals. So if you're just starting, you have no idea what sinking funds to even create, consider an emergency fund. Consider holidays, consider birthdays, consider your vehicle. So whether that be insurance, car maintenance, car payments, extra car payments, whatever, create those funds. And then you sit down and say, okay, well, what's the savings goal for this fund, right? So what's the worst thing that's happened to your car, right? How much has that cost? Okay, well, I know it cost me $2,500 to fix my transmission. So I want to have at least $2,500 in here in case anything like that happens. When do I need it by, right? So it doesn't really matter. I just got it fixed. The car's running okay. I'll give myself a year. 2,500 divided by 52, that gives you the number you need to add every week, or double it and add it bi-weekly or whatever. You just kind of have to really sit and look at your lifestyle. Sinking funds are like little savings boats to me, right? So whenever I'm considering what I need sinking funds for, because like my life is about to change. I'm about to buy a home, so my expenses are going to change. The things I need are going to change. So I'm going to look at that and I'm going to create new sinking funds, right? So we'll need money for home maintenance, for taxes, for, upkeep, somebody to come cut the grass, housekeeping. That's something I'm going to be paying for, things like that. So you have to go look at your life, take a realistic view of things that happen to you. I always think back in crisis, like what things happen that I'm like, damn, I wish I had the money, or how am I going to figure this out? And I create funds for them that way. You don't have to come at it with such a negative view, but that's what helps me, because then whenever those things happen, I have the coins. And, you create the budget and how much money you need for those on your own. So I hope that helps. You get paid every 2 weeks. Look at my Shopify calendar, y'all. It's so cool. I'm on the road to $1 million, so it's nice to watch it. We're almost to 600,000. Anyway, you get paid every 2 weeks, around $700, and you're losing money left and right. How are you losing money? That's almost $3,000 a month. Do you have really, really high expenses? I know in today's world that don't even seem like a ton, but if you're trying to get 1 month ahead, is it a good idea to do a savings challenge at the same time? Make your month ahead your savings challenge. I'm actually working on a binder for a month ahead. It'll be out soon because so many people struggle with the concept. But just put the savings challenge money in the month ahead. If you enjoy doing savings challenges, that's fine. I do too. Just when you're finished with it, put the money towards your month ahead fund. You went on my website, but it's saying the binders are sold out. We restock on Saturdays, and we usually sell out within 48 hours. So they'll be back again next Saturday, okay? Good morning, Crystalline. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like you really personal finance is very personal. Like you can get on here and watch me. You can watch somebody that's super low income. You can watch somebody who's paid once a month. You can watch somebody who strips. You can watch somebody who is a server. You can watch and you watch it for the method, right? We typically watch who we like, who inspires us, who's kind of similar to us in our circumstances or similar to who we want to be. And that's fine. Watch everybody that you want to watch. Love it. Support the girls. But you're watching for the method, not the money. So you can watch me and make $1 million a week or 250, and you should still be able to apply the method to your own personal finances, because I'm not teaching you to budget my money. You need to budget your money, right? So watch how I do my budget and add in your own numbers or tweak it how it works for you. Everybody don't want to pull their bills in cash. That's fine. That doesn't mean you can't be successful with the cash stuffing method. You can. Just take the parts that work for you. If you only want to do sinking funds and savings challenges, do that. As long as you're doing something to move the needle forward, you'll be better off later on than you are now. Best tips for saving money as a waitress: you need to learn how to budget on an average. So, thank you, Daniela. I say that to say I used to own a clothing boutique and I was paid sporadically, right? Whenever Shopify first started, it wasn't nearly as comprehensive as it is now. So you kind of got to check like every other day. So I would look at the bare minimum I would make every week. So I know I'm going to get $300 a week no matter what. That's usually bare bones. So I would budget off of the $300 a week. If I got $500 that week, I would just come in and add it back later. If I was never going lower because that was my bare minimum number, and we all have one. That's just how you have to do it. When you have varying income, there's no way other than to either take an average of what you make, which can be touchy on those low weeks, or just do a bare minimum number and always have more and come back and add it in. Oh, excuse me. I don't think my nose likes that perfume I've been wearing. I sneeze every time I wear it. Yes, Deborah. Yeah, new savings challenge book for the summer. It's very niche though. It ain't for everybody. Meaning the things that it's saving for ain't for everybody, but the people who want to do those things, me included. So I don't think there's anything wrong with leveraging credit. I think when people see cash stuffing, they assume you don't have credit cards, you don't have a debit card. That's not true. For one, I stay away from debit cards as far as I can because there are no perks and no rewards, but I do leverage my credit. So I pay my bills that come out of my bill account. We usually pay those with a credit card and just pay the credit card with the bill account. When I order groceries or when we do DoorDash or when I online shop, I use a credit card and I just pay it back with the cash that I've stuffed. Y'all seen me do that because I do like rewards and points and cash back and, travel rewards and stuff like that. You just have to get into a place where you're responsible with credit, right? Back in the day, I could not have done that because I was using credit to live like a lifeline. I don't do that anymore. I don't spend any money on my credit card that I don't have cash to pay in full when the statement comes due. I don't pay interest. I pay it before the statement date in full, so it's not reporting a huge amount on my credit report, and I'm not paying interest on it. So you can do it. You just have to make sure that you're responsible enough and in a headspace to leverage the credit without extending it as a lifeline. If you want to pay down a credit card, you need to do a debt snowball or debt avalanche. Hi. You want a quick how-to for the vacation planner? What are your questions? Let's talk through it. I'll be on here for about 20 more minutes. The savings are going good. So I have the money for the down payment. So the money I saved in that apartment binder last year, that's down payment money. So it's like 40 grand. So that's down payment, closing costs, whatever. Because I'm going to do first-time home buyer programs. I'm not buying a super expensive house for my first house. Like I ain't finna be house poor because Texas taxes are insane. And I'll probably have a little left over to furnish, honestly, because the first-time home owners program is phenomenal here. But I am saving to have $100,000 in a high yield savings account because stuff happens when you own a home and ain't nobody you can call to come fix it. Like it's your problem. And for my own mental, I want that in the bank. So I'm about almost halfway there. And so I'm going to share an update right at summertime, halfway through the year, of all my, y'all remember I did the savings video or whatever at the beginning. I'm going to give y'all an update on my yearly goals. The beginner kit, we're waiting on it too. So we're just waiting on the envelopes to get here. And whenever they do, I'll restock that and y'all can buy it to your heart's content, because there are a ton of people waiting on that. But there have been so many delays in the shipment. We're hoping it shows up this week. So yeah, the month ahead binder is really a super simple concept. I'm not going to tell you the exacts because there'd be people on here watching my stuff just to buy what I do. But it'll come with a sheet explaining how to do it. There will be individual envelopes for each thing you need to save for, cute little title, and it's just basically going to walk you through it. It'll give you a little calculation sheet so you can figure out, calculation sheet so you can figure out how much you need for each envelope. And then once each envelope is full, you'll be a month ahead. And if you want to be 2, double it, and so on and so forth. Yeah, the winner was actually Gabriella. Gabriella won the $40,000 giveaway. She just messaged me the other day that she got it. I was hoping she shot an unboxing video. Oops. Okay, I was hoping she shot an unboxing video, but I don't know if she did or not. I would add all debts. So if it's a debt and you owe it, you need to put it on your debt spreadsheet. I live in West Texas too, Michaela. Could I lower the price on my course? No, it's very low ticket. I actually never raised the price. It was supposed to be around $300, but I don't know. So that's the best price it'll get. It was 50% off for our 2-year anniversary. So I'm sorry that you missed that, but a lot of people got it. But it's back to the normal price, $147. An A5 binder for home renovation. That is only tricky because people renovate so many different things, and it would need like 40 envelopes because some people renovate the bathroom, some people renovate the kitchen, some people renovate their porch, some people add a pool. So things like that are really hard to do on a big scale because like we pre-make all of those A5 binders. So we are going to bring back the listing for A5 binders though in May. And you can just go through and create your own categories for that. And you won't, we don't have a bag and stuff for it, but you can have the binder for your renovation. All right, am I selling those trifold wallets? Yeah, those are actually mine. That's my design. You really shouldn't be able to buy it anywhere else. And my trademark and copyright is coming through soon anyway. So it's all going to get pulled down once I sign with my lawyer. But yeah, you can only get those from me. That design, that's literally my design. I took 9 months to create that. You can't get that anywhere else. But yeah, we do have them on baddiesandbudgets.com. We're almost out of stock of the black, but we have both of the pinks. The black will be back. It's going to ship out at the end of this month. So probably early May. And I'm thinking about bringing out a purple or a blue. We'll see. So Christina, we actually have an apartment binder. So I was a person that was moving out too. Well, not really moving out, but moving into my own space. And I created an apartment binder for myself. So no matter where you're moving to, it has like 6 months rent, 6 months expenses, money for furnishing, money for an emergency fund, money for miscellaneous renter's insurance. It's on our site as a 5 occasion binder. And that's a really good way to save up if you're wanting to move out. If you want to buy our products, the website is baddiesandbudgets.com. Let's see if I can get it on here. There we go. So there's our site right there at the bottom. I love working in my new space. As y'all can see, I've kind of made it home. It's a little mess right now, but I love it. I love it. I wish I'm on my computer, I'd show y'all the whole thing, but like I got my Funkos on the wall over there. I have a drink station, that's a water pump, and then I have my flavors for my water, because every now and then when you drink so much water, you just be needing a little bit of different flavor. But I love it. I record over here. I work here, so here's my desk. And then out there in the warehouse is where orders and stuff are packed. So I love it. So blessed. So grateful to have a space. The month ahead binder isn't out yet. We have a digital download for month ahead, but not yet. I have to create it. I'm finishing up the savings book this week, getting all the stuff ordered for the mystery box. I have to design a few things. I need to design the envelopes, and then we have to get some people hired. I have to it's a lot this week. I don't know why I'm running down my agenda, but next week I'm going to work on, we have a debt payoff binder coming, because that's a huge question we get, and a month ahead binder coming. We restocked the beginner binders last week. The beginner kit will hopefully be back early next week. Everything else should be restocked. You just type it in, Tawana. There's not a certain template. Find a font you want and just type it in. If you look on my site, Smooches, if you click on binders, I put a graphic up at the top that shows the actual size difference between A5, A6, A7. I don't have... So this is A6. So this is standard size. This is typically what you're going to need if you're budgeting, right? Most people use A6. This is my personal A7 wallet that I created. It's a little larger than most A7s because it's intended to be a little crossbody purse. But here's the size difference. Most A7s are a little smaller than this, and then A5 is bigger. So A5 is bigger than A6, so it's a little bigger than this one. I don't have one out here. I'll show you. And so these, if you want the ones with the custom covers like you see on mine, these are on the site as custom cover A6. We also sell like holographic A6, the zip around A6s, cloud ones, and all this stuff. And you can either just buy the binder and it comes with like a sticker kit and you can label your own. It's a little cheaper. Or if you want custom envelopes, you add on custom envelopes and we'll customize them for you and send it to you. So we try to have a little bit of options for everybody, no matter where your budget is. So yeah. I don't think you really need a college degree. Hear me out. As a person with $60,000 and a pre-med degree with applied science, right? I don't use it at all. It's literally hanging up in my bedroom. It cost me $60,000. And I went to college because as a Black person growing up where I grew up, the narrative was always go to college, get a good job, then you can get a house and get married and all these things. And unfortunately, in the world we grew up in, it wasn't a reality, right? And the person that I was, if my parents or whoever would have noticed, I had an entrepreneurial spirit. So if you are going to college to be a doctor or to be a therapist or to be a teacher or to be a something, it's worth the money. But if you are just going to college, trying to figure it out, save your money. Go work some different jobs. See what you like, what you don't like, what you do well, what you don't do well. See other people in the positions. If you want to be a doctor, go work at the front office of a hospital. Get to know some doctors. See what their work-life balance is. Talk to them about, because that was my thing. When I worked in the front office of a freestanding emergency room, and they asked, like, what are you doing? What do you want to do? They were all like, no, don't do it. We spend our whole day trying not to get sued. Like, it's not about the medicine anymore. It's about the paperwork. It's not about the care. It's about the back end. And I just didn't want to do it. And had I not known that, I would have just kept going to school to become a physician assistant. And I would have hated my life. I would have had good money, right? But hated it. So luckily, life, because it was such a struggle for me to pay for school, I tried so many different jobs and I realized that I don't want to work for somebody else. And so it brought me to this point, to where I am now. But entrepreneurship ain't for the weak either. So my life has unfortunately built me up with really thick skin, and I've really had to learn how to make it and how to pull something out of nothing and how to figure out shit for myself. And so that makes for a really good entrepreneur, because this is hard. And I know a lot of people like see Baddies and Budget success and people see the money, right? They read the articles about $1 million or whatever, right? So we'll make that this year, but that also requires a new level and a new requirement of sacrifice from you as a first generation business owner when you don't have people to bounce it off of, right? When I don't have anybody I can ask. So right now, I'll be completely honest, we need a new tax strategy. We're a high profit business and Uncle Sam don't like that. I don't have anybody I can ask about investing in investments in real estate. I don't have anybody I can say, okay, well, this is the amount of money I have. What can I do? There's no one. I literally have to research, buy a course, follow people who do it, reach out to local real estate agents and see if somebody will be kind enough to give me some tea. Like, it's not easy, but this is what I was made to do. So whatever it is for you that you're made to do, you need to find that thing. And if college isn't the only way, there are trades, right? Do hair. There are people that do nails and eyelashes that make more money than most of us. Like, find what you're good at, find a way to make money doing it. And if you can so happen to serve the world through that, even 1,000 times better. And you don't have to be a social worker to serve the world. You can do eyelashes and serve the world. You can be an ear for people and not a messy eyelash person, right? Give people good advice. Lean them towards the right thing when you're doing their eyelashes. Be a listening ear. Comfort people. Love on people. You can do that doing anything. And when you genuinely care about the people you serve, you will have success. I just sat through a mastermind, and people are always blown away by what we do and how we're able to have such success when there are thousands of other people doing it. They always say, there's anybody could do this. And that's true. But when you care about your audience and you cultivate relationship with your people, no matter what you do, if you do hair, if you change tires, if you clean, if you meal prep, if you really care about people, and that's in the fact of, it's not just in listening, right? And having relationship and talking back and forth. It's also in hearing them, right? And not preying on people. The one thing I learned about trying to get insanely rich is you can't do it without crushing other people. There can't be billionaires without people who are insanely poor. So I don't know that I ever care to be a billionaire because I'm not comfortable shitting on people. Like, literally, you'll take some of these courses with these Brendan Dawsons and these huge people, and it's literally like, run up the price. If it's selling out, triple the price. If it just because they can, and I see it in their business model, that is just about $1. And if in today's world where people's resources are so limited, if you can find a way to get back to, I'm not saying you can't serve high ticket, but at least if you're going to charge people high ticket, make sure that they leave with something, right? Something that can better their life. If you're selling people homes and you know it's an insane price and you know the market is bad, give them a good home gift. Make sure you talk to them about the taxes. Like, serve people and the money will come. I'm gonna get off my high horse. Yeah, listen, I tip everybody who gives me good service. Most people have to come to me here because I work all the time. So I make sure to over tip. For one, because as a Black person, I feel guilty because people act like we don't tip. I'm gonna be honest. But if they do a good service, I tip well. Because people have been so kind to me. And I know how that feels as a small business owner. And sometimes it comes when you really need it. And so I try to always do that. It is so scary. And I don't think people understand it. Like, some nights I don't sleep. And now there are people who depend on me for a paycheck. So there's even more stress. Even more stress. So, but you know what? On the hardest day, the day I've sat here for 18 hours and I have almost nothing left to give, I would not trade it for any other job in the world. Would not. And you have to find that thing for you. And also, the truth and reality is I don't desire to work at Baddies and Budgets for 20 years. I want to grow Baddies and Budgets to a place where I no longer have to be here for it to work, and that it keeps going, or I sell it or whatever to someone who cares about my community as much as I do. But I understand that about my life, that I don't desire labor. Do not. Like, I want to get my finances together. I want to get my savings together, my retirement together, so that I can enjoy my life. We're raised to feel and believe like we just have to work till we're 65 to be able to retire. And that's not true either. You can work your ass off for several years, put the money away in a good way, and put yourself in a really good position. Trust me, as somebody who's playing catch up. Like, that's why you don't see me on trips, flexing designer bags, cars. I'm getting a reasonable home when I only have to for my mental health. Otherwise, I'd stay in my current situation to save. But, honey, because I'm not going to be 50 working. If I'm working, it's going to be because I want to, not because I have to. So I understand that about myself as well. So the way I live reflects that. Well, and then like life is meant to be lived, right? Entrepreneurship requires a lot of time. For the past 2 years, I've had no life. Like, and people just don't get it. People will come in and see you slaving away and still be like, well, why can't you just take a day off? Well, girl, because I can't. Like, I just can't. People just don't get it. But before I'm 40, I'll be through. And they just won't understand that either. But, you know. Thank you, Daniela. I'm working really hard to change to change the quality of how we do things because I just be trying to stay, you know, ahead of the curve. Girl, the debt is something serious. Like, you just really have to make sure that it's worth it. Some people literally just go to school because of family pressure, and you're just there doing something, and you're gonna look up and just have all this debt and no way to get a job to pay it off, or more debt than the job will actually pay. There's like programs here where you could just go to become a teacher through the community college and then the small university. I've seen girls go all the way to Texas Tech in Lubbock and pay $80,000-$90,000 for a teaching degree. Girl, teaching don't even pay $80,000-$90,000 a year. How does that make sense? Like, if you're going to become something in the science arena or engineering, I can see you wanting a big name school, but to become a teacher, it just doesn't make financial sense. And we don't have the luxury to just go to school because it's cool or that's where we want to go or because it's fun. It's not financially smart to do that anymore, unfortunately. Even for your kids, like my niece and I had the discussion. She wanted to be a vet, so we sat down, we looked at the numbers. I have real conversations with her. This is what it's going to cost. 200 grand plus 8 years of your life. Do you want it that bad? As somebody who had to drag your hair to get you to act right in school, you're going to be able to go on your own as an adult, invest this money in your future, and finish, right? And so once we had that real conversation and put it into perspective and looked at what it paid every year and how many people were actually hiring for that job, it was kind of like, And I think if more of us had those real conversations with young people, people would choose a realistic career. Like, everybody don't want to sit in school for 8 years. That's a long time. You'll be almost 30 by the time you can start applying to get the kind of job you want. That's crazy. Yeah, see, like, Danielle, I'm the same. Yeah, for real. So I don't say that to deter you from doing anything you love. If you want to do something and it requires a degree, go for it with all your heart. Just understand that that's a huge financial decision. And when you're in college, they make student loans seem like, oh, it's no big deal. You can pay it when you get out. As somebody who got out, baby, that debt is for real. And that interest is insane. Like, it's predatory. So take the loans out if you have. I get it, because some of us can't get through school without loans. Hello. No support, no help. You take out extra just to survive so that you can get through the classes. But just make sure that you're going to be living a life that you can pay it off. The student loans ain't crippling you for the remainder of your life, or that you're running or hiding from it and paying $12 a month till you die and can't get a mortgage and can't, don't do that to yourself. Oh, yeah. I just be trying to be honest. When people ask me about I went to a local networking event here, and the first thing they do is email me asking me if I want to come be on a panel talking about marketing for small business. And I am so fearful of doing those things because I'm not going to get up there and lie to people. Like, people want you to come to those events and be like, okay, here's the game plan. And if you do this, you'll make 6 figures in 6 months. Baby, can't nobody promise you no money. I can give you the literal recipe for what I've done. I started my business during COVID. I started my business when there were very little people doing what I do. I'm me, right? You're you. People may not be as drawn to you as me. I do not say that to sound ugly, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't going to model bikinis. Like, it's going to be an issue. It would never sell in the same way that freaking somebody that's a standard size would sell. It's just not a reality. And so the reality of business is sometimes you do things at the right time. Sometimes you're just the right person. Sometimes it's just the right thing. Sometimes things just align and it's your time, and sometimes they don't. And that's what I be wanting to say. But people don't want to hear that. They want you to say, okay, well, what's the plan? And let me lie to you and tell you that if you do this just like I did, here's what you can do. And I don't like doing that. And I'm not going to do that. So I mean, do y'all really want me to come? Like, I'd give you an office tour right now, but I'm on my Mac, and I'm not carrying the computer around the office. But I'll do a YouTube video showing the office. We tried to take little snippets along the way from when we first got here to now, but child, I'm the worst vlogger on this planet. Girl, I be ready to fire myself sometimes. I be getting on my own nerves. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I struggle so bad. I have ADHD real bad, y'all. So I struggle so bad with like routine and planning and sticking to stuff. Like, I just literally fly by the seat of my pants, and that's a terrible way to run a business. And so I'm working with a mentor now who's like, you can't stop doing business out of your gut. But I'm like, that's what served me. And so I'm trying to do better. We're going to get a CFO soon, or a CMO, to come in and teach me the game. Because it's next level. Like, as you move into making $1 million years, it's not the same. I don't want to call it little money, but it's literally different. Like, the way you do things, the way you move, the way you do business, opportunities that come, like big banks calling, and you have to be set up right. And I'm like, dude, I started this from I don't have a business degree. Like, I graduated from YouTube University in business, but you can't. So luckily, I've been in a program that's really helping with that. But there's no secret sauce. I'm going to do a little webinar for people who are wanting to start a little business, and it's going to be very generic and very basic, because I feel like that's the parts that we miss, and we feel like we need to pay people to do certain things, and you don't. But eventually I'll share all. Listen, the ADHD struggle is so real in my life, and I really struggle the most with executive function. Like, complete transparency, executive function is a struggle for me. Like, I literally, if I don't wake up in the morning when I pee and brush my teeth, like on the toilet, probably TMI, I'll forget to do it. I'll literally be on my phone, sitting there. Something happened with a customer, and I'll just get up, wash my hands, leave the bathroom, go fix the issue, get dressed, and leave. And I'll get to the office and be like, I didn't even brush my teeth. So now I have to have like a toothbrush, toothpaste, hair products up here, lotion, deodorant, because I forget stuff. Like, my short-term memory is, y'all think I'll be playing when I say goldfish brain? It's bad. Like, it's real bad. And so, like, even just getting myself to do things, like right now there's like 171 emails. I know I need to read them. I know I need to respond. And I'm just like, oh, okay, just open the messages. Just open them. Just read them. Just open them. It'll take me 2 hours. No, I need to do it. Want to do it. Can't make myself do it. It's a struggle. That's me now. Need to record videos. And I just have to like be in my zone, because I have a savings challenge stuff and to record a budget with me. I have to start the beginner series. Got the camera charged up. Jasmine, just record the videos. What I do, forget to stop at the ATM and get cash. Ghetto. Michelle. Oh, I'm going to do that. Yeah, Fetch is the bomb. Yeah, and I don't know that you can ever fix ADHD. So like, the Adderall helps you to stop being like squirrel, but it even wears off during the day, and it's still like, just the way you function and the way you do things is completely different. Like, I tell people all the time, my financial struggles definitely stem from my ADHD, like real bad. Real bad. And I don't know if there's ever a fix. You can learn how to kind of set up your life to better manage it. But I think that's also why cash stuffing has worked for me, because it's tangible and I can see it, and I like get a little fix when it's done right. But, yeah, I cannot do a routine. I tried everything. I even bought this little habit tracker, right? Because I was like, oh, I'm just going to track myself doing stuff. 2 days. Out of April, baby. I've tracked 2 days. 2 days. This is about the 5th one I've tried. Like, just routine is not, I just don't think routine works. Like, don't have one. What's up?
Didn't you call me?
No, ma'am, did not. What you doing?
Cutting out my savings.
They need to make those 1,500s so we can get them out. Yeah, it literally helps. When I don't take it, I can't function. Let's see. Splendetta said, I would love to use the digital downloads, but I have an Android tablet. You just need to try Zoto Note. You just need a PDF annotation app so that you can actually write on them. Android tablets, like Samsung ones, are different from just generic Android. So I don't know exactly which apps are available to you personally, but I know most people with like Samsung tablets use Zoto Note, XODONOTE, and it works kind of the same as GoodNotes. So you import the PDFs into Zoto Note, and you can write on them inside of that app. Yes, beginner binders do come with envelopes. I think it may be time to prioritize hold on. Prioritize my health how, Amber? I want to have this conversation because I'll be tired of people. Isn't Dwight so cute back there? Sorry, I'm waiting on this response, y'all. Well, I mean, she's a critical care RN, so she can probably diagnose me via YouTube. So I just want to know what my health care issues are. I was talking about my kidneys. Girl, when? My kidneys? You trying to backtrack, huh? You about to try that fat girl shit, huh? And now you like, let me not. Okay. ADHD is just a part of mental illness. My memory is not something I can fix. I don't have any issues with my kidneys. I'm fat, but I'm not sick. I don't have high blood pressure. I don't have diabetes. My blood levels are good. I'm just fat. I promise you, I can't be fat forever. Fat bodies don't live forever, and I get that. And I'm working on it. I've lost 48 pounds this year, but I'm not sick. So don't make assumptions about people's health just because they're in a larger body. That's very biased, and we have enough of that in healthcare. Can't go to the doctor with a headache without it being it's because you're fat. Been misdiagnosed like that. Went to the doctor for a year and a half, OBGYN. Stomach pains, stomach hurting. Ugh, if you could just lose weight, if you could just 55-pound ovarian cyst almost killed me. So there's enough of that. Never said I was unable to pee. I pissed just fine. Y'all, and fat is not a negative word. It's a descriptor. I have a big body. I'm fat. Like, doesn't mean don't think I'm great. It's just what I am. If you skinny, you skinny. If you fat, you fat. I promise. FAT, fat. It is what it is. I'm just saying. You can talk about money if you want to, girl. Yeah, I'm great. I'm other things besides fat, but people just act like I call myself it is what it is. Yeah, girl, I'm excited. It's been really good. And I haven't even really made a huge effort. I'm about to. I'm actually starting my exercise journey today, but I ain't sharing it on here because I ain't doing it for nobody but me. Danielle, we're considering bringing back laminated envelopes. I'm just gonna, I don't know. I don't want to make any promises, but we will. Okay, I'm about to get off here because folks is getting on my nerves. This won't come on here that often. But yeah, check me out on TikTok. We'll be over there on live tonight. And I'm probably just going to be packing orders. I have mystery boxes to do, so I'm probably going to pack those over there. But I just want to check in and see how y'all were doing. We're still here. We're still rocking with you. I'll try to get some content out this week. That's it. We'll restock on Saturdays. We moved it to Saturdays now. So yeah, that's it. Y'all have a good day. Y'all have a great Monday. I'm about to get started on my work here, and I will see y'all this evening over on TikTok if you want to come see me. Toodles.